Up. And it says we're live. So hello everyone. Author
Hello.
DL Tillery here, the Mistress of Horror, and I have with me Aphrodite Lee. But her name is not Aphrodite Lee tonight on her picture. I'm just telling you now. It's Jean-Luc Beaumont from her book.
Jean-Luc Beaumont.
That's right.
Yeah, that's the mode I'm in.
Uh-oh. If you're in his mode, I don't even know if I can help you.
Yeah, he about to get turned.
Mm-mm-mm. He's
But
funny though. He is funny. He's a funny character, that one.
I think he's really funny, and he's not even trying to be. That's what's
Hey,
so
cool
funny about him.
gamer. Yeah, really.
He
He's
really is
hilarious.
not trying to be funny in no
That's
form.
what makes him funny, though. Because he ain't even trying. He just naturally is, like, spitting facts. And people are
like
like,
he
what?
like he almost killed some guy by punching him in the throat.
Oops.
And then it's like when the sheriff said you can't just be hitting people for talking. And he's seriously looking at the sheriff like, is that
Oh.
a real law? Cause
I don't think it is. I would have been in jail a long time ago then. Like,
like, are you sure?
I might have to check that. You got a book? I need to read it.
And it's just so funny because he's serious. Like,
Yeah,
how is
he's
that
serious.
like a real law? Like
He's
he said
so
something I
serious.
didn't like. I
I
punched
was laughing my ass off.
so he can't say such thing again. And so I punched him in the throat.
Let's
And now
stop
you're
that.
telling me I'm wrong?
I like how they punched him in the throat, but like, you apologize. I'm like, I don't think you can. And
Yeah. I didn't determine whether that guy even lived through that. Cause like but he said it though, if you regain the ability to speak,
then come
make
apologize.
sure you come by and apologize.
If you alive in the morning, come apologize. That's funny, though. I
And
can't.
it's just he's just funny because it's just funny because he's dead serious.
Yeah, he's fair. He wasn't joking. He was like, oh, Listen.
And when he refers to Grayson, he keeps referring to Grayson as being a kid.
Yeah, I noticed this.
And then when the sheriff is like, well, he's not a kid, he said, well, okay, well, his truth aside, now
Oh,
listen to me, because we're not gonna argue whether or not I'm looking at a child.
be
So
like,
I say
listen,
he
he's
a child.
saying he's not a child, but the fact of the matter is,
So
he's a child.
we just gonna leave that on the left because I know a child when I see one.
You can say whatever he want. He a child.
And then the
Uh,
fact that it's all like Cajun accent.
yeah. That makes it even better.
So who you be? I just like you just funny.
Too funny. I can't.
What you working on today?
I'm still writing When the Night Cries. I didn't pick it up since the last stream, which I mean that's pretty much was the plan to begin with, so it's whatever. I could edit too because my editor is sending me chapters back with Cagliostro, but it's gonna be real quick editing because I agree pretty much with everything he's saying. Was going through it.
Yeah, when you have a good editor and you just get to go, yup.
Yeah, agree.
Or
I
you get
like
to
that
go,
change.
or
He's
my
not
thing
changing
like
a
this.
lot like that. He's just doing all the punctuation misses, and he's also like, um, you don't need to say it this way. Like
Right.
you didn't need to do that, and this is why. And then he tells you why. So
One of
I'm
my
like,
favorite things that
thank you for the refresher. It's been a minute for school.
when one of my favorite things when I got my stuff back from my editor was when
Mm.
I would read something that he fixed because he would never change my stuff. He would just give me the fix
Mm-hmm.
so I can decide if I'm gonna change it. But he would read it and go, "Yeah, hi, Miss that." It's like that good cringe. Like it just felt good. Like I'm so glad you caught that. And
That's
no, I would
fine.
have never caught it. And I love you.
Exactly.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, I think a lot's included in his editing. It's copy editing. I mean, I mostly only ever get copy editing, but it's copy editing. But he's very thorough though
Yeah.
with his messages. He only puts them like the first time that he sees the issue, and he just fixes it the rest of the way. Of course, when you get the document back, you can say yes or no to the fixes. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Oh,
But
I had an editor that did that, which I thought that was just so
it
intelligent.
makes it easy because I can just be like, what I usually do when I get documents back when it's done through Word, I
Hmm.
make copies of it. So I make copies. I make two copies of from the original that he sends me. Then when I'm editing, I pull up one to edit, and I pull up the one he has all the edit stuff on. then I accept all of the edits on one.
No, I don't mean that. Yeah, that's how I do my editing anyway.
That's the way
I meant that if it's a correction, like I'm gonna make this up, like if it's a common comma correction, he will explain. Or it was a woman who did this. She would explain that I made this correction and this is why, but then didn't explain it every time they made the correction.
Yeah,
like
only the first time.
I was like, yeah, thank you, I appreciate
that. Makes sense. But he said that I'm not gonna have a bubble next to every time something's wrong. If I already mentioned it, then I'm just gonna correct it down as it repeats.
Now my current editor let me know every single time they made a correction and why, no matter what it is. I don't hate that method either. Yeah, I just thought like the way she had done it, that was refreshing in a way. But I'm not going to tell my editor how to edit. Like, no, as long as I just let him go. I just let him go.
Okay. Wow. Well,
plus he leaves little jokes in there sometimes because he'd be like, yeah, well, that your lack of Oxford commas is killing me, but I know. He
probably was glad that I didn't say nothing about Oxford commas.
I'm so against it that I made it abundantly clear.
Hey, you told him, so okay.
And so he'll get to a point where he might want to put one in. He goes, "It's killing me. It's killing me."
That's funny.
But yeah, he would do stuff like that, and I would just laugh.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. It's good when you have a good editor. But I think Brian, who's the name of one of my other editor, because I have him and your editor. But I think Brian and I get along quite well because I appreciate the corrections on stuff that, I went through the document X amount of times, but I did not go through the document with my workbooks that I have to make sure that I wrote everything right. Because I'm like, I don't need to do that. I'm paying an editor. I'm not editing something to that degree if I'm giving it to the editor.
You sound like Stephen King. Stephen King's like, I put it on the paper, now you fix it.
I'm not doing that. I know the stuff. It's just that I'm writing the story. I edit it enough so it won't be a sloppy mess. It's been through beta and alpha reads and all that jazz. Now it's time for the editor to do their job. I'm going to pay you hundreds and hundreds of dollars, almost to $1,000 in some cases. I'm not sitting there trying to drool over everything that I know needs to be corrected for grammatical reason when I got to pay you. I need to give you something to do.
Now I definitely send the cleanest thing that I can.
That's the cleanest thing that I can.
Right. And that's the point. That is the absolute point. I definitely, because for money purposes.
Edits Cagliostro been through. Too fucking many for me to want to count.
But I'm looking for someone because I have a full big ass novel that's going to be coming out, and I need to find an editor that will do it.
Yeah, Rock. I'll ask Brian if he does. Does he care if it's not erotica in it? I mean, he might.
No, it's not erotic.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the anthology.
No, the anthology. I
mean, that's hard. That's hard to find. The other one shouldn't be.
Yeah, but I think Jenna, the soul writer, is going to help with that, and. So if I could find, but ask him, yes, because I still like to have more eyes, as many eyes as possible.
Yeah.
But no, I was talking about Dark Amethyst.
Oh, you shouldn't be so hard pressed.
And Gemini Rising. They have full-fledged depictions of sex and violence in them, but they're not a horror or erotica.
I think I gave you Brian's information since he's my second editor. He'll edit that for sure. I don't know if he does erotica, but he'll do that stuff.
Yeah, especially Gemini Rising starts off with both the horrific and sex scene. It's horrific.
Yeah.
And it literally starts off page 1, sentence 1. So yeah, I need to find somebody who can deal with
I'll ask him.
really heavy shit.
Yeah, I'll shoot him an email and ask him, does he do books that have sex in them? Also, does he do erotica?
It has to be graphic on the page because this shit is off the and mind you, this isn't it's a sex act in the sense where both of them are consenting.
Right.
But it is very violent, it's crazy. These two are not balanced.
I get that. I'll ask them just so you can have somebody, in want to like that that does it or whatever, and you know his prices already. So
Yeah, I don't remember. All
I didn't think you remember. That's why I sent you the email so that way you ain't got to worry about it.
right.
Just click his fucking website and
But
you
yeah,
get it.
definitely. So those for now, Dark Amethyst
Mm,
isn't as graphic, but it still has a lot of crazy stuff in it. But
yeah,
it's,
I
it's
get that.
tame compared to the stuff I write.
Yeah, yeah, that makes
It's
sense. Yeah.
quite well. I take that back. There is one scene that somebody may have a problem with, but it's
Uh
pretty
oh.
tame. Yeah, because it's like you have this. I have a character who is, for lack of a better term, because I made the species up, but for
Mm,
lack of a better, he's vampiric in nature,
right, right.
and some of the way that he gets his energy, that he reaps his energy,
Mm,
is through some very unfriendly sexual contact.
sounds like a party.
But he's not like a rapist or nothing like that. Like
Yeah, I
he
got you.
actually he gets people like he hires prostitutes kind of attitude, but it's not prostitution. I'm saying it's like he hires them. They know what they're getting into
Mm,
when he's what he's going to do and blah blah blah.
right,
So
right,
it's
right.
not like it wasn't consensual, but it's still pretty violent.
Yeah, well, he is a like you know.
He's special on all. It's Deacon and his little sexy self. He's special on all
Mm-hmm.
kinds of levels.
Yeah, well, you know. I don't even honestly think about the bad things some of my characters do that would be considered bad to some humans. I don't
Right.
really even think about it because they're not even humans. So,
Well, none of my characters in this story are human. There are
right,
no humans in the story, with the exception of the lead character believing she is half human.
right, yeah. It's like, and you think you are
Yeah.
like
And I
you
know
know,
that that's kind of a spoil in and of itself, and I don't care because it's like if you know anything about anything, it's no way she can be half human.
yeah. It's like
And
you
that was a
thinking you
lie
are.
she
I
had
mean,
been told.
plenty of people walk around thinking they this and that, and they might not be. I
Yeah,
don't know.
it was a lie she was told. It was no reason for her to question it.
Bad.
And until someone actually questions it, does she ever think about, wait, what? Yeah, how can I be half human? Blah blah blah. So there are
Like,
no humans in this story whatsoever.
hmm, that sounds like my kind of story anyway.
Yeah, they're talked about because, like I said, like somebody like Deacon, he feeds off humans.
Oh,
But when he's feeding off humans, he's not even home. Like he's like, I'll be back tomorrow. Like you don't see humans in this story.
yeah.
He comes,
I'll be back tomorrow. I'm gonna go
yeah,
eat
because he has
as
to
you
go
usually
do what
say.
he has to do. Then he comes back.
Gotta go eat dinner.
Yeah.
We're gonna start with a 15-minute sprint.
Okay, that'll give
Get
me time to pull up my files.
exactly get warmed up type of situation. And because we're only here for 2 hours tonight, we're going to be here until 7 EDT time, and I'm going to then I guess when we come back we chat for a little bit, and then we'll pop in on a 20, 25, I think, something like
Okay.
that. So I try to spread them out a little bit and not make them too long because usually I do 30s, but that's when I'm gonna be here for 4 hours too. So let's do some. We're gonna do some 20s and 25s, I think, something
Well,
like that.
I'm halfway through a soft edit,
Okay.
so if I should be able to get through that, and then the next sprint I can actually write.
Okay. Cool. Let's see how follow he can. All right. Let me put this
I know.
down right
Paolo
here.
not here. He's not here.
No, he's not here. He just that's just a
No.
recording. I got
Yeah.
it. All right. So we'll be back at 5:30. Gonna do a 15-minute sprint. Get yourself warmed up. Reading. If you're writing with us tonight, if you do happen to pop in, please leave a comment in the chat to let me know what you're working on. If you're not, you're watching the replay, you can leave it in the comments. That works too. Alrighty. See you at 5:30.
Since I'm not typing, I'm gonna leave my mic on.
Okay, cool.
Shut up. Hmm. Oh, I hate when I do that. I'm not coming over there. Be quiet. Excuse me. Dang, really? They will remember you.
And it's time.
Hey.
That's time.
Oh my goodness. I barely got anywhere. I ended up having to do some horse research. Shut up, Apollo. And because I realized I had them riding for a bit. And then I'm like, wait, can a horse do that? And I'm like, oh yeah, the little bit that I had, the horse could do that and then some.
And then some, right. See who popped in while we were writing. Dinner the Soul Right High High. So working on, so using the time to finalize some vacation plans on paper. Cool.
I know that's right.
Yeah, you. Yeah, you. And Barrett Lori, hey.
I love making agendas for trips.
I never have had a trip, so I've never made agendas. So when I was running a convention, that don't count.
No, that don't count because that was definitely
That
work.
was work. And then I don't, I mean, technically, when I went to the other belly dance conventions, that wasn't mine. I've only been to one other one, really. That was in Ocean City. And I was kind of working still. Like, even though I went and I did take my family with me sometimes, they were just going with me to go to the convention. So I had to take like 12 workshops.
Yeah. So
and
you were busy.
I was dancing, it's learning dance, so I was tired the whole time. It wasn't like I was like, and then I had a performance lined up with photo shoots. So it was like modeling, performing, and then learning. So I wasn't really like, I didn't get no time to lay up on the beach or do any of that stuff. So a vacation, I still haven't really had one. That was the closest I ever had to a vacation. So one day.
Yep. Definitely got to do it.
Yeah, one day I'll have a vacation, but I'll wait till after I buy a house and have a vacation. All right. So how did you do? You said you were messing around with.
Yeah, I mean, I actually I got to the point where I'm going in and I'm doing corrections, and I realized one of the I'll highlight words.
Yeah.
So I know that, oh yeah, I was supposed to look this up or whatever, and I had to highlight because I had them riding a horse for an hour. Or a little over an hour. And I'm like, wait, can a horse go that far without stopping to drink?
Yeah.
And so I had to check that. But yeah, so I'm nowhere near, I didn't get as far because when you're on the internet, 5011 people give you 5011 answers.
You know.
But the consensus is, oh yeah, a horse can go way longer than that before it needs to stop.
Yeah, they would have had to do a lot of stopping back in a bajillion years ago, medieval times. That's the only way they
were stronger and healthier then.
Yeah, people were a lot stronger. That's for sure.
But I did learn specific breeds, like quarter horses don't have as much endurance as Arabians.
Yeah.
So I
definitely depend on the breed.
I may change my horse to an Arabian just to see. Plus, I love Arabians, so that works.
Yep. So yeah,
I love friggin' Arabians.
Yep.
And Clydesdales. Arabians and Clydesdales.
Clydesdales, yes.
But Clydesdales are giant goddamn freaks of nature.
They are giant. Yeah.
Like their legs are as tall as I am.
Exactly. They're huge.
They some big mofos.
Dinner said Arabian horses are.
They are. They
of course they would be.
They are like it's just nothing like them.
Facts. Oh, I think I did like 150 words because I had to replace myself where I was at and check my outline, make sure I was on track. So, all right, now the first draft, I don't know because like the chapters are, they are what they are at first. So it's gonna be the second draft is gonna be a thing.
Mm.
Be
So I may actually take a little bit longer than I thought because I when I was saying about doing like a revision, I didn't take into consideration the things I had to look up that weren't correct to begin with. Because I don't do that while I'm writing, and I'm real proud of me because I used to be the opposite. But if I don't know the answer to something, I don't stop and look for it while I'm writing. I put in a fake answer that I know my eyes are gonna go, "What the hell is that?" Like I know that the capital of Maryland, isn't Istanbul.
right.
So if I write in Istanbul because for a second I can't think Annapolis, Istanbul's gonna stick out.
This is true.
And then I go fix it.
I get that.
Or as my sister, she would never she would say Annapolis.
And focus, yeah.
Because she would say it the way she would remember, so she would spell it
So
correctly.
she know, yeah.
And I was like, I'll do that with certain words like design,
Yep.
because design, doesn't sound isn't spelled anyway like it looks. So I will go designa in a minute.
Yeah, why? If it helps you remember. Oh,
But yeah, Annapolis, Maryland.
yeah. Fine. Actually. Oh my goodness. Oh, like, oh. I don't know. I'm not feeling it tonight, man. I tell you.
You say you're not feeling good.
I'm not feeling it. Like writing.
Oh, feeling it.
Yeah, it's because I'm like my kid's still with the teeth coming in, so like my
Yeah.
sleep is broken because she sits up and coughs or something at night because of all the postnasal drip and a saliva buildup in her mouth. So and I had to wake up and sit up and make sure she don't spit up because of she, being a
Yeah.
kid and she sticks her tongue out a little bit when she coughs. I'm like, say, or don't stick your tongue out. You're gonna gag yourself and make yourself throw up. So but she a kid, so and then I had to get her to sip something and then check her, make sure her fever isn't high because all the teeth coming in makes the fever. So
Yeah,
not
ain't
getting
nothing
sleep.
harder for real, boy. Stop. Ain't nothing harder than mom exhaustion.
Yeah, really though.
And no
So
one understands that unless you have a little one.
yeah, it's tough. How old brother he was like, because he's the father figure in this one, and he's like, I understand now, like what the mothers go through, like mothers who's like doing all the stuff instead of the fathers doing it per se. But thank God I do have help, like so, you know what I
Yeah.
mean. So I don't have to be like the only one. We both like jumping up, So we usually when she's like this, we just sleep in the common area. So because that's where we game at. So we'll just sleep in our common room with her, and we'll just sleep in our respective beds. And then because if she's like that, it's no need to be going to separate rooms at that point because
Yeah.
ain't everybody be running every 5 minutes. Like it makes it a little simple, but still everybody jumping.
Well, I was lucky last night because I I went to bed when I felt like it because I knew I didn't have a specific time.
Yeah.
I had to get up. Like I knew I needed to be up, but not like I could get a good 8, 9 in without worrying about it. And all week I didn't have the luxury of that. So yesterday was great. And so I'm rested today, and now I'm going to finish this today.
Yeah, I feel that.
Thankfully. But I'm chomping at the bit to get some writing done.
Yeah, I feel that.
Which I can't do until I get this section done. And so I got like 20 pages to go, and then I'm ready to write.
That's good. Yeah, I took off yesterday doing anything because I only had the Saturday and Sunday off this week. So I was like, I'm just going to take a day and not do anything and chill. So I did that instead of editing yesterday because I just looked at my editor stuff. I was like, it's not going to be. It's not going to be rough to edit this. So it's going to be like accept almost everything. Like, so it's not even going to be me going through. It's like if he decided, like, he changed the word and got rid of 3. And he said, you didn't need that to say it that way because this is your,
right.
What do you call it, action. You're putting too much action in this setting and you didn't need it. So it's like, you're saying this a long way, but you don't need to. So just say this, and I'll be like, except because you're right. And so, being it's hard too for somebody like me. I'm a poet too. So coming from being a poet first, I can be long winded and wordy when I don't need to be, and then I'm not in other instances. So some things I'll be like, I need to over detail this. That they went into the blah 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 and moved over here for no reason at all. I just say that they're
Right.
there. But that's because of me being a poet. I have to. I'm trying to like my words just come out that way sometimes.
Well,
It'll
that's
be
what
like
I'm doing
overly
now.
fancy.
It's not the poetic person in me
Yeah.
as much as it is the bitch who talk too much.
The
And and so right now I'm in there just chopping, and it makes me feel so good.
I thought, and I was like, I got most of that. I'm like, I got most of that out of there. And it's still something in there, girl. But thank God for editors. So there's that. Let's
Yeah.
see.
I mean,
Jennifer,
it'll
and look
still.
at the Mendo's Clyde's handle. Laugh out loud. Yeah, the Clydesdale whole source.
I still remember that. Oh, for real. I still remember the
The
Anheuser
Apollo.
Busch, the Budweiser commercials with the
Oh,
Clydesdale.
it's really making
Let me
Apollo
get
go
this.
off.
Oh my God, Apollo and Jeremy. I'll be right back.
Okay. We're going to jump in on a sprint actually. So, we're going to do a 20-minute sprint. So that means we will come back at the top of the hour. That will be 6 o'clock Eastern time. So 00 whatever your time, wherever you are in the country or the world, depending where you're watching from. Um, and Aphrodite can hear me, so she knows that we'll be in the sprint. La la la. My mouse needs to stop clicking over there. So there's the banner for everyone. All right, let's get to work.
So I gotta pop in real quick to say this. I gotta get ready to go. I
Uh oh.
Yeah, no, nobody's hurt or anything like that, but I
That's
do
good.
have to go.
You good?
Um, I'll do the rewatch. I'll leave this running actually, but I'll do the rewatch and finish up when I get back in.
All right, cool, man. I'll
All right,
check you later.
all right then. I'm sorry.
Oh no, you cool.
All
Bye.
right, all right, bye bye.
And this time, let's see here. Let me know how you did in the chat if you are writing or working on something, and I will read it in the chat. Aphrodite has some good news. But I forgot to tell you all tomorrow, me and a few other directors are touring on a new soundstage. We're moving up in the world. Good job. I'm sure it's exciting. Dennis finished up the vacation things and started revising book 1, chapter 12 for the rebrand. Awesome. Cool. And while we were sprinting, the awesome Colin Clark popped in. There he is. Thanks for popping in, Colin. DL said finished eating, then 324 words. Good job. I did about, let's see, what did I do? Blah, blah, blah. Oh, where's my thing? Yeah. Oh, that's the wrong paper. Yeah. I did about 315. That sprint. Low numbers tonight. I said I really wasn't. I'm not. Ugh. Really tired. Tough night with the kid. Still here, but without the beard. Nice. Love it. So since I don't have my partner here with me, Aphrodite, on screen, so I'm going to let's do a longer sprint for this one. We did a 15 to start, then we did a 20. So we're going to do a 30 for the next one. So we're going to start that in about 2 minutes. So that'll bring us to like 6:35 or so. Which isn't bad because, I'm ending at 7 tonight. Usually I do 4 hours for these, but I have to cut out a little earlier tonight because I am in a dance show, so I have to be there to view it because I pre-recorded. So I will be doing that for a little while. Yeah. And I have to eat dinner, so trying to be good about eating dinner on time. So we'll be finishing up at 7 tonight instead of 10 or 9 on Sundays and 10 on Thursdays. So we will do the 30-minute sprint next and come back at 35, talk for 5 minutes, and do a 20 or a 15 to finish out. Colin said started a new horror short story, 121 words in. Cool. I love it. Hello, Books by Adrian. Thanks for popping in. I heard Colin speak my name, so I have to show up and leave a like on the stream. Thank you. I appreciate the like. 1 minute out, and then we'll start and get the banner ready for this one. We'll be coming back at 35. Mm-hmm. And I'm working on When the Night Cries, which is the first book in one of my horror series. It's a 5-book series. The books aren't going to be really big books because I don't do big books. Biggest books I do is the average novel size, which is around like 50-something thousand words, because I write dark fantasy and horror and paranormal. I just don't do big books because one day maybe I will, but I don't feel the need. Why not just break into a series or a duology or whatever? Whatever the case may be. I just like not really giant books. So, but I don't know what the size of the books in the series will be. Every one of the books in the series is a little different. They are connected, but through the main character, which is the ominous one. And so that being the case. Oh, and happy Father's Day to any fathers that may perchance be on this stream. It is a day for fathers. So I know DL is a father. I know Colin Clark is a father. So happy Father's Day to you. And yeah, let's go ahead and start this sprint. I will see you at 6:35 my time. Your time could be whatever hour, 35. So happy writing and see you in 30 minutes. And that's time. How did everyone do? Who is writing? Let me know in the chat. I managed to do about, I don't know, 567 words for this sprint. Getting through it. We'll see what happens. We have one more sprint in us tonight. We will start it up very soon. I'm going to make sure I roll out at 7 because I do have a prior engagement. So I have to make sure I'm out at 7. So I will make sure that the next sprint only runs to about 55 after. And then I will be done for the night. Let me check this banner. Hey, DL got 689 words. Good job, DL, as usual. And my phone decided it's going to have volume, so echo. We don't need echo, do we? No, we don't. That's what I get for letting some Stray Kids play while I was writing. I just can't get over Felix's voice from Stray Kids. So deep, like Barry White, but sexier. Oh boy. La, la, la. I lost my documents somehow. What I do with it? I get offline somewhere. Oh, well, before we start the next sprint, I wanted to say that tomorrow my video will be appearing. I'm not doing a premiere. It's just going to be a release video of the giveaway for pre-ordering Fractals, which has been for pre-order for about going on 2 months now. It comes out on July the 26th. It is one of my short horror stories. And you can get it in paperback or ebook, but you can only pre-order the ebook. If you want to purchase the paperback, you have to do it the day it releases. But I'm doing a giveaway for those who pre-order. I do have some pre-orders in already, so the people who have pre-ordered already will be already entered to get the free giveaways, and you automatically get it. You don't have to, we're not having a drawing for this. This is a giveaway for whoever pre-orders it. But it is first come first serve because the full packages that I plan to send out, are first come first serve because they are limited. Though I will have something to give you if you do pre-order. If you are not in the US for the physical stuff, then you will get something digital, a digital package from me emailed to you. So everyone gets something for pre-ordering Fractals, which is only 99 cents to pre-order, so it's a good deal. So look out for that video tomorrow sometime to be released to get the deets, and you can try to get yourself a package. I like giving things away. So we can go ahead and prepare for the next sprint, which will be a 15-minute sprint. So I can come back at 55. Let me make a banner for that because I think I don't have that time. Okay. All right, so this is the final sprint of the evening, and we'll be back in 15 minutes. So wrap up what you're working on with me. You can always slide on over to another live stream. That there's always some going on at some point somewhere. So we'll be finishing up over here in 15 minutes. So happy writing, and I'll see you in 15. And it's time. It's time. Oh, that was the last sprint. Let me know how you did in the comments. If you are still here with me, I'll give you a minute. I finished chapter 6. I am into chapter 7 now, so it's going pretty well. There's not a lot of chapters in it because obviously, again, it's not super long. It's a horror novel. So I'm looking at like 35, 40,000 words probably. For the end of this, so I'm about 12, 13,000 words in right now. So it's over a quarter way done. Anyway. Alright, so that's how I did. DL got 246 words and I finished that chapter. Nice. Good job, DL. Thanks everyone for joining me this evening. I'm glad you got some words in. I plan to do my next live stream, probably not into the following week, not this week coming in, because I do have CGLHorror on Sunday, which is the last Sunday of this month, which is the 26th, which my guest is going to be Colin Clark. So that should be good. Make sure you tune in for that. That is a live stream. So, but I won't be doing this Thursday for the live stream, and Sunday is going to be CGLHorror. So I will be back the following Thursday, which I believe the date is the 30th. So it's the last day of June. That's when I will return to do more of these awesome live sprints to get work done. I'll see you then, and thanks for riding with me. Stay scared.